This is a joint
tool.
What did you learn?
The first thing to keep in mind when we're using the joint tool is the tool thinks that it's very smart, when in reality it's more like this.
Dummy. Hi, dummy. How did you get that cap on your head? You earned it.
When I try and just grab the two surfaces that I want joined together, more often than not, it's going to think that I want a rigid constraint. I don't want a rigid joint. I want a slider for this. So I need to manually go in and make that change. Not a big deal, just something to be aware of. The key thing with this slider constraint is it locks in on a number of my degrees of freedom at the same time. I can no longer move this object here left to right. I can no longer move it up and down. I can no longer rotate it. It only has the ability to traverse in one planar direction. So that's the one locking point with the slider, is just keys it in for that one movement and that one movement only. The next joint we're going to take a look at is the cylindrical joint. This works somewhat similar to the slider in that it locks in a large number of parameters all at once, but this is going to leave me with one that I can traverse on and one that I can rotate on. So let's go ahead and join this up. And I know that I want a cylindrical. So I'm going to line up and say that I want the center here and the center of this pin hooked up, and you're going to see it's going to do a little dance and spin around. It's going to show us that it still has movement along this axis here, and I have rotation as well. So I can move, this is going to pivot on that axis, and I can move back and forth anywhere along here. Oftentimes to go with this, we'll need to add a mating constraint in order to get things to sit properly. So now I've got this set up so that it can pivot back and forth, but I've removed that one last.
I'm really, really sorry about this. Petrificus totalis.
Bye.